Hello and welcome to another episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. I'm Moose, and I need to turn my phone off. There we go. Happy 2019. I made a little update video earlier in the week. Talk about kind of what my goals are or the targets that I'm trying to hit for 2019, and I wanted to have it open for anyone to come in and kind of interact with me and maybe give me some suggestions as far as what I can do for 2019 with this channel. So I guess to start things off, I'll just maybe talk about a couple of things that I really liked about last year and what I accomplished as far as this channel goes. Because as you do this YouTube thing, it's a constant learning process. And so I tried to invest in some new things to help me create a better product for the viewers, for you guys. And I'm trying to branch out as far as like the different forms of media, or at least ways I can like reach you through this platform. And so one of them obviously is live streaming. And so I tried that for the first time, which has had some stresses, and it's not as easy as it looks. And even then, I still don't think I've figured this out fully. But I am glad that I did it. And I think as I move forward, the live streams will improve and get better. And hopefully you'll see that throughout the lifespan of this channel. And you can always give me feedback on that too. And if you are just not interested in my live streams, or if they're junk, you can give me feedback as well. So live streaming is really cool. Definitely difficult, definitely different. But hopefully it serves a purpose for at least you guys to interact with me as well. So I really do like that. And with some of my first live streams, I really did like the one-on-one interaction with the live viewers. So feel free to leave comments in the chat. Or anytime there's comments below, you can ask me questions. I'll try to address those when I can. So that's a big thing from 2018. The other thing is kind of knives. Of course, obviously, I do a lot of knife reviews on the channel, and I was surprised as far as the results. I made two videos. I made a video on my most carried knife and my most used knife of 2018. And I was kind of surprised to find that the knife I was carrying the most was the Kershaw Pub, which is an awesome little budget kind of keychain knife slash gentleman's knife slash EDC multi-tool. And I was really surprised with this one. I'm glad I got it, and I continue to carry it often. And it just kind of surprised me because friction folders are not very common, at least in the mainstream knife production world, at least where I'm from. And to know that I enjoy carrying this enough and it served a purpose enough has, I don't know, really surprised me. But I highly recommend it, and I love this knife, and I hope they continue to make it because it is a great knife, especially for the price. So that kind of surprised me. The other thing is the knife that I used the most was the Benchmade 556, the one with the CPM 20 CV. I don't have that out here right now, but that one didn't surprise me at all because I know I carry it to work a lot, and I know I use it all the time. Any knife that I carry to my second job, working at a butcher shop, I use a lot because you just need a knife to use there, and that's the one I'd carry on me on the weekends a lot, and then when I'd go to work. So yeah, it just made sense that was the one that I used all the time. As far as other things, I'm glad I started using my other camera sitting over there. I currently purchased a while ago. I purchased a used EOS or Canon EOS M camera, and it takes beautiful video. And I'm glad I've been using that for reviews. I feel like it has improved the quality of my videos so far. It helps me get a little bit tighter in shots because prior to that, I was using the GoPro Hero 4 Silver, and oops, that's a great camera, but it doesn't have a it has a set focal point or a set focus. And so if I bring it in closer, you actually end up losing focus. Well, with the Canon camera, I can actually bring it in. The only difficulty is it's an older model, and so the autofocus is kind of shoddy, and I tend to lose focus. And that's part of the reason why I want to upgrade to the newer Canon M50 is because they have the Canon dual pixel autofocus, which is more or less the top of the line autofocus in any camera brand. They just can't compete with the dual pixel autofocus. And I feel like if I could get that camera, I'd at least keep things in focus, and it'd just be easier for me as a YouTuber to have things in focus the first time and not have to refilm things, which I generally don't. But I am glad I'm using that, and it's taught me a lot about cameras and stuff. So like I said, it's a constant learning process. I'm glad I used that in the last year. As far as the other thing that I really am kind of proud of 2018 was my backpacking trip, and vlogging that for you guys. I know I said I had some other videos for it to be done. I still haven't finished those, so I apologize. But that trip in itself, I don't know if I talked much about it or if you know much about it or if you've even seen those episodes, but I like them. And basically what I did in Minnesota, we have a section of trail that parallels our northeastern section of our state that parallels the Superior hike or the Superior Lake Superior, and it's called the Superior Hiking Trail, and it's like 300 miles long. And this year I decided to hike a 70-mile section of it, starting at the northern terminus. And most people, a lot of guidebooks and stuff recommend to hike from south to north. I chose to hike from north to south, and I'm proud of that trip because it's my first like longer distance solo backpacking trip. I've gone on a lot of different solo backpacking trips, but usually they're nothing more than 20 miles. And even when I've gone on some other longer backpacking trips with my buddies, it was like 30 miles. So to do 70 miles was a pretty big accomplishment personally. But to do it by myself was pretty amazing. And then to do it in 4.5 days was pretty good on on its own. But it was awesome. It's a beautiful trail, highly recommended, and there's tons of videos out on it, so I recommend people checking that out. But I learned a lot about vlogging and backpack vlogging. I learned a lot about kind of what gear I need or use, and I know I need to go over this backpack, but that was a huge accomplishment for me, and I want to be able to do a similar trip to that. I did get injured on that trip, and I continue to have an injury from that trip that isn't fully healed. But I hope to do another section of that trail as well for a vlog. So I definitely want to do more backpacking stuff as well. So yeah, that's it for 2018. Now going ahead into 2019, I didn't really have any questions. I had one request of somebody wanting me to film myself playing a video game, specifically League of Legends. I do play that game, and it's fun, but I don't think it's appropriate necessarily for this channel. Maybe I'll throw a short clip in, but I need to figure out how to film that in the first place. So, yeah, enough with that. I will say it's two of the new knives that I have gotten for Christmas that I plan to do reviews of for 2019 are the Spyderco Squarehead, which is a pretty awesome knife. Really cool little folder. Didn't expect to like it as much as I do, but I do really like it. And then I got this from a coworker. This is the CRKT Razzle or Razel or whatever, and it's kind of a chisel point knife. It's basically kind of like a Tonto, just with the sharper angle there. Um, and honestly, it's a pretty affordable knife right now. I believe I think it's like $20 or less, depending. Um, and it's pretty cool for what it is. There are some issues with it as well, but obviously you'll have to wait for the review. So you can look forward to those. Now, some other things I want to also say I want to do as far as the channel goes. I want to do kind of review more on some of the fire starters that I have. You really can't do survival or bushcraft or go camping without some form of ignition device. So whether it's matches, ferro rods, or sparkers, I'd love to kind of show you that and talk about some of the other things that I kind of helped fund on Kickstarter as well. So this is the Exotac Spark. Pretty cool little device. Put on your keychain or a small kit, but will help you start fires. And I do kind of gravitate towards Exotac because I feel they make some really great products. Plus, it's USA made. So yeah. Besides doing fire starters, I want to get into some of the camp stoves, some of my cook kits. There's a lot, and unfortunately, I don't have all the time in the world between fall, winter, and spring, and I should have more time in the summer, and hopefully, I can start cranking those out. But you know, if you've ever made a video, you film for 1 hour and you edit for 5. It takes forever. The other thing I want to do is a video on pocket clips, and a friend more or less questioned me on, did you like the pocket clip? And I guess lately I've kind of had issue with pocket clips. Pocket clips are the thing that I've kind of can make or break a knife for me personally, because I like having a knife with a deep carry pocket clip, and it kind of made people question, or I was questioned too, like, or someone made the comment that it wasn't a deep carry pocket knife on one of my videos. I don't remember specifically which one, because the pocket clip was a fold over clip like this, so it carried deeper than the actual point of where it's attached to the knife. But because the butt of the knife still stuck up above it, he didn't consider it a deep carry clip. And so it kind of made me think, like, what is the definition? And that's something I'll go into when I make the video. But I'll talk about, pocket clip preferences, which ones I like and why it matters and whatnot. And that's another reason why I was surprised by this little guy, because there is no pocket clip. And I don't know why I like this knife so much, but I do. So, yeah, so that's that. Also coming into 2019, specifically for the channel, I hope to reach at least 1,000 subscribers. It's been a long road, a struggle for me to get, big numbers like that. And, maybe I'm just not entertaining enough, or I don't put out more content. But I feel like I've been pretty consistent, but I'm hoping to pick up more subs and more support, because I do like bringing you guys information and sharing at least my opinion on knives. I know a lot of other knife reviewers, we all come from different backgrounds and we all have a different perspective on pocket knives. My perspective is, as far as pocket knives, is it, like, I consider pocket knives as a tool, and I want to know, is it a good working tool? And then as well as, can I use this in the woods for, bushcraft or backpacking or survival? So that's kind of where I'm coming from. And, does this knife do what it says as advertised? Is it a good value? Does it work with gloves? That's definitely one thing I do differently than some. And I do need to get a new glove. That's something else I need to do. I love that ugly brown glove, but any glove sponsors out there that want to sponsor this channel by donating a glove, please just message me. I'll wear your glove. But I do need a new glove for knife testing. But yeah, that's where I'm coming from, and I feel like because I come from a backpacking perspective or a hiker, certain elements to a knife matter more to me than other stuff. And so I'm glad I can at least share that perspective. And I've done a video before on the top 5 backpacking knives, in my opinion, and what my number 1 knife is. And it's still one of my number 1. And this was my number 2, the Benchmade Bug Out. Excellent backpacking knife. Not just for bugging out, but great for backpackers. So really good knife there. Yeah. Other than that, I do hope to travel a little bit more. I did do a travel vlog when I went to Florida. If I do, I'll try to keep those a little bit shorter. Vlogging can get really long, and honestly, a lot of times it can get kind of boring, especially if you're not doing much. But hopefully, vlogging, if I do it, I'll keep them short. It'll make it easier for me to edit as well. But I want to at some point make it to the Grand Canyon or out to the Southwest. And then I also would like to, I might possibly go out east to like Washington, D.C. and just see some of the sites out there, just because flights from here to there are actually really cheap right now, at least during a span of time where I have some time off. So, yeah. Other than that, I know I don't have anyone commenting right now in the chat, but if you guys watch this and you have questions or ideas for me for this channel, please let me know. 2, I also plan to maybe do a video on the actual equipment that I use to produce my videos, because I know that can be helpful to others who are interested in doing the same type of videos. Is like, what type of camera is he using? What are you using? Any special lighting? Do you have a tripod? Anything you see in my videos, feel free to ask, and hopefully I can deliver links or give you the information of what I'm using, and you can maybe find the same stuff. So, yep. Well, all right, guys. I try to keep this under 20 minutes, and we're getting to the end here. So I can't say thank you enough to everyone who watches and supports the channel. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Other than that, check out some of my other videos. And I'll try to check out playlists, because I need to start putting my videos in certain playlists too. But check those out. And yeah, once again, thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate you guys motivating me to make content for you. And I hope that you're getting some sort of value from what I produce. So thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you outside at some point. All right, guys. Peace.